Hi, I'm Dana and welcome to my channel Provoke Art. Today we are talking about color theory and warm and cool colors, kind of a little breakdown that might help you in your studio when you're painting or referencing color theory. I'm not a color theory expert. I learned this in art school, and obviously there's many references that I will help you with and guide you to use as a resource that I use. But for today, we're just going to go over the basics, and from there, we'll see what we come up with. I wanted to first show you something that's essential that I keep in my studio. Is my color wheel. It helps me reference a lot of my paintings, like you see in the back, something that's in process. I use a lot of color in my work. It's something that's kind of a thing that I do. I love color and I love using that in my work. So this is in my studio. It's stapled to the wall. It's hugely a huge reference, kind of like my Bible as an artist, if you could say. So this is what we're gonna go over today, Color Theory 101. So let's go over first on the wheel our primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And as you can see, yellow, blue, red, and it's exactly equal distance from each other on the wheel. That's our primary colors, kind of the colors you start with as a reference. So I'm just gonna put it down on my piece of paper, because I'm doing this with painting. Yellow at the top, and then we have our blue. Primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. So check this out. So this is kind of just the primary start, yellow, blue, red. Basics 101. So from there, we have your secondary colors. So if you mix red and blue together, there's purple. This is something you learn in school, but it's something to always reiterate and go over. So I'm gonna put purple. We have red and blue makes purple. We have our green, which is a secondary color, which is yellow and blue, making our green. So I'm putting that on the thing, on the wheel that I'll show you. And we have our final color, our final secondary color, yellow and red makes orange. So you have our secondary colors in position. Secondary colors, orange, green, purple. Our complementary colors are the complete opposite. So a good complementary is blue and orange, for example. Complementary colors. They're the opposites on the wheel. Then you have your tertiary colors, which are the colors in between, which are the colors that you mix to make all the colors in between. But the reason why, and you have your shades, adding a black to a red, a little bit of a more black and a more black creates shades. That's what I use in my oil paintings to, create shades and tones. Gray is for with tones, and adding tints, adding white, like a titanium white, because I use oil painting that creates tints to the color. But the fun part and why I really wanted to do this video is because when I was learning about the color wheel, there were warm and cool colors. So let's say there's blue. Blue, obviously you would say is cool, creates a cool color, but there are warm blues and there are cool blues. I remember my first time learning about oil painting in art school, and I was like, what? They put all these different whites, and they were warm whites and cool whites. But at the time, I was like, they're all just white. But no, there are cool whites and there are warm whites, and that is a gift and something exciting that I find in painting. and learning about colors and making your own colors and mixing, that is really, really incredible and so much fun when you really push that further in your work and add cools and learn about cool and warm colors. So I will just give a quick example. I'm not gonna paint it out, but how do you know if a blue is a warm or a cool? So on this wheel, what did we say? We said that the yellow is the warmest color, red is a warm color. So the warm colors are on this side. Yellow is warm, orange is warm, red is warm. So for the cools, blue is cool, purple is cool, and green is cool. So the cool colors are purple, blue, and green. The warms are red, oranges, and yellows. So to make a cool blue, you would go towards the red. So if I took a blue and I mixed and I go towards the yellow, I'm making a more warmer blue. If I take a blue and I mix and I go towards the red, I'm making a cooler blue. So that's kind of a little trick that I use to understand a warmer blue. And if I'm using my blue and going towards red, because it's going darker, I'm making a cooler blue. So that's a little fun thing I learned in school, that as you're a painter and you're painting, you get obsessed with color. Well, I'm obsessed with color, so learning colors, mixing colors. A lot of my work actually does, if you see my work, I do a lot of primary colors in my, right out of the tube, but sometimes it's really exciting to go in and mix. Mixing in general is a challenge and an exciting process to any painter, and I do that regularly as a practice in my studio, even though, you know, sometimes I paint with primary colors because I have a more of an expressionist, right out of the tube kind of moment. I do take time to study and learn more about colors on the color wheel, and I keep this in my studio every day. It's really great to just go back to the basics when you're putting your colors on your palette before you start a painting and start mixing. I start mixing before I start painting. So there's a lot of process before you put the brush to the canvas. It's all about mixing and working with colors, and it's an exciting process, and I hope you had fun kind of learning the basics about colors and color theory, warm and cool colors. That helped me, that I learned along the way, and I hope it will help you understand a little bit more about color.